Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Gabe Plays Minecraft, all the mods to the sky. This is episode 14. Before I get it too far into the episode, I just want to say I didn't mean for the gap between episodes to be this long. I just got busy with some stuff in my real job in the real world this past week or so I didn't have time to record a video. I'll also say up front that in the next few weeks, I'm going to be taking some travel time to visit family and stuff, so I'm going to try to record episodes to backlog, but there might be a similar delay for a few weeks in episodes. I hope the bare minimum would be one a week, but my target is always 2 a week, and anytime it's 3 a week, it's just a bonus because I had spare time on the weekend or something like that. But anyways, that's enough about me. I'm sure you guys don't care that much, but yeah, I've been working a lot on the base in between episodes here. As you can see in the back, I finally put a fascia to this front room of the factory. I figured, we have to have we guys get this looking a bit better, so I made this front fascia. It's got some depth to it. I tried to use a lot of blocks that we have used in different areas of the factory already. So we use these Certus quartz bricks and these Fluix blocks in the ME area, and then the dark prismarine. Oops, the dark prismarine we use in a part of the factory that is just a new thing that I did in between episodes. So I'll show you. And then this concrete brick from immersive engineering is used in the factory, the first factory room with the power reactors. I've just added a few highlights as well. I used the sea lanterns that we've used in other places in the base. I added the 2 dragon heads that we had. Here's decoration. I added some of the ultimate cables as well. I think it was a cool light effect to put in the pillars there. And then as the roof, this is just obsidian, but re-chiseled with those workbenches. I'll show you guys around. I think I like having these mob spawner kind of showing on the side. And so I'm going to leave it like this, but I'll probably clean up the floor a little bit on the inside, hide some of the cobblestone, maybe change the roof of that. But I'm going to leave it like that, and then I think to match, we'll just put a second spawner on this side eventually. The only way we can get spawners in this, from what I've seen at least, is by going to the Nether and getting spawners from fortresses, blaze spawners. And then we can always convert those spawners by using monster eggs, which I think there's a chance of getting depending on how you kill the monsters. I have one creeper egg, so we could make a creeper spawner and farm those as well. But it's not a high priority right now, so we'll get to that later, I think. Yeah, moving inside, you can see the roof here. It's a little tough with these cables. I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna manage the look of it. Obviously I'll put a wall here, like I said, I decided wall, gap, wall, but I think in terms of the outside look out here, it's kind of hard to hide these cables right now, especially because the base is always expanding, and so with the ME controller up here, I kind of don't want to cover it because I know we'll be expanding and growing it out and have to run a lot more cables. As you can see, I guess from this now, I put a roof on the what's it called? The mechanism factory, the giant factory. I just did these kind of angled roof. I feel it's a roof style I've seen in real life factories, I think, maybe. But I think it just gives it some sort of finished look. That is where I use the prismarine blocks, prismarine bricks, whatever. And yeah, I think I also completed the side. I think before, if you remember, it was all open on the side there to the basement, and so I just cover that all up to look a bit more polished. And overall, I think the factory looks really good now. There's a few spots where I still need to clean up and stuff, but I'm pretty happy with it. I'll go ahead and show you guys the inside as well, just how it feels in there. Whoa. Yep. Come over here. Before I go over there, something else that I did is I saw we were starting to run out of Whoa! That sucks. I'll fix that later. I saw that we were starting to run out of auto crafting. Man, where are these guys? It must be those blocks that I put down when I was up there. we're running out of auto crafting slots, like these pattern providers, and so I basically just doubled it. So I already had contingency because we only had 16 channels being used for the ones that were hanging down. So now we're using all 32 channels of this cable, and we have ones going down, ones going up. So now we have a lot more auto crafting storage, and I can get rid of this brick here. Yeah. So I did that, and I'll fix that thing in a second. Over here in this room, the original ice machine that we had here was pretty slow, and it actually like wasn't really keeping up with the reactors in this room. Although like these reactors, they do almost nothing compared to that reactor, but I still like to keep them as like legacy because we used to use them. And I switched the ice machine to just be an export bus for blue ice with a crafting card, because if you remember in the last episode, we built that wall of ice makers over along there. All those things are making ice, and so we have a lot of ice in the system, and this just automatically exports the blue ice, and then we're still energizing it, and then it goes back down using this logistical transporter. I'll get into this in a bit, but this is just a item moving pipe from Mechanism. And now also, like you guys had told me in the comments, I don't need to like keep continuously putting water in here. I only need to fill it up once. So now the slot that used to be water is where the ice comes from and goes into each of the reactors. And then I think now that we don't have those like overhead pipes cables going, it looks a lot cleaner in this room. It's just like 8 reactors looking pretty good. But yeah, moving on to this room. This is the reactor room. It's still like tight here between all the big machines, but they're going pretty well. Reactor's still running. Over here, this open space, which I said last episode, is going to be for the fusion reactor and the SPS. You can kind of get a feel for the space of the roof. It feels like a pretty grand room. I kind of like the vibe in here, and I like also that these machines are all like glowing and they look pretty good in general. Over here, if we check the induction cell, we are at 2.7 Tera FE. Barely scratched the surface of this guy, so awesome. Working exactly as intended. So the thing I wanted to get into as well, I'll just drop down here, is that I was using those logistical pipes for Mechanism. Something that you guys have been like kind of spamming in the chat, and I've been aware of, and I haven't really realized or haven't really gotten around to, is that the pipes are very laggy. It's true. It's like you guys have said, and I had been reading it in like the subreddits and stuff, that the pipes cause lag. One of the biggest issues with lag for them is when, like you guys have told me, I give the credit to you guys, is when they're pumping in items into a machine, or excuse me, inventory that is full, and then it basically just like generates a lot of lag. And that was happening a lot over here in the fissile fuel production. Basically, because the fissile fuel is like two-sided, it needs like okay, well, it's not working. I don't know what's going on. Here? Yeah, it needs the uranium oxide, and then the other thing that it gets, which I always forget the name because it's never sitting in here, hydrofluoric acid or something. That we always have the uranium oxide because this part here is overproducing, and then this part here is our bottleneck right now. And so this thing was always full, and so we had pipes. Oh my gosh, pipes pumping items from this full inventory into this full inventory, and then it was full inventory to 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 full inventory, and you get where I'm going. It was just like the one thing that creates lag with the pipes mod. I had like a billion of them here, and I also had them for the fluids and the gases over here, and I still have to do some of them. Like these pipes are moving brine, and the brine is full over here, although it rebounds every now and then. So there's still a bit of work to do, but I changed a lot of them in the base. I changed some of the spots over here that used to be pipes to the other ones because they were full over here. And yeah, it definitely has made an improvement down here. I used to be getting about like, in the last episode, I think I was getting 30 or 40 frames or something like that. Now I'm like, depending on where I'm standing, and you know, it's a heavy room to be in, that's why I hide it. But I'm like upwards of like 70 or 90. It depends. It definitely swings a bunch, but I'd say it's gotten much better, and I appreciate you guys telling me to change my pipes. It definitely made a big difference. Going forward in this episode, something that we did in the last episode, I guess I didn't even address it. I don't know how you guys felt about the music and stuff in the editing. I just was doing something different, something that I'm not really used to doing with just something non-technical, non-factory. And I was like, you know what, I'll just make this edit a little funny, make it a little epic and stuff and whatever. I had I'll be honest, I had better music in there, but then it got copyright flagged, and so I had to use some not as great music that I could find on the YouTube library. But anyways, I enjoyed it. If it wasn't for you, I mean, don't expect the content to be like that. It was just a one-off thing probably. But yeah, so in the last episode, we got Nether stars, we got the dragon, and we got the warden. And so the first thing I want to do is set up a farm for Nether stars, and the only way to do that is using mystical agriculture. This is another thing I want to address before we get into the video, is that a bunch of you guys have said use mystical agriculture, it'll be good and it's fast and all this stuff, but this is just my personal preference. I don't like to use mystical agriculture because you're just kind of generating things from nothing. Once I have 4 pieces of redstone, I can just infinitely produce redstone at basically no cost. And I know what we do is with the reactor is basically no cost, but at least the materials are coming from something. I have to put in some effort to constantly generate stuff, and if I want more, I have to increase this. I can't just expand my infinite farm of one material. So I think it kind of defeats the game, and unless you're using the growers from Thermal Series, what are they called? We have one over here for the coral, the phytogenic insulators. Then unless you have one of those, then you have to have a bunch of crops, and you use lily pads of fertility and stuff to speed it up, and then it's constantly growing and breaking them, and it can get quite laggy, and I don't really like that either. So I don't know. I'm gonna keep it the way it is, not use mystical agriculture that much. The one thing I am gonna use mystical agriculture for is for the Nether stars. So I'm gonna get into that this episode now. Basically, with mystical agriculture, for those that aren't familiar, you get essence, inferium essence from just killing mobs and stuff like that. So, for example, our blaze farm here, every time we kill a blaze, we get some inferium essence. And that essence can then be used to make different tiers of essence. And so the different tiers are up here. So the inferium, the prudentium, the tertium, imperium, supremium, and then there's also, not creative, where is it? Insanium essence. And the way you do each of these upgrades is you have to use these infusion crystals. And they are made using prosperity shards, inferium gemstones, and inferium essence. And the gemstones are just made from prosperity gemstones and inferium essence, and that just comes from prosperity shards. And then as you go up, you just use each tier to make the next tier all the way up. And then what you can see flashing here is that you need different tiers of infusion crystal. But once you get to the very end, you can make a master infusion crystal. And the benefit of that is that it has unlimited uses. Each of these other ones will say 256 uses. So they have a durability. So you have to keep crafting and crafting and crafting them. And so because of that, I automated the recipes to make each of these with their normal infusion crystals. So all the way up so that we can craft one master infusion crystal. And then once we craft one master infusion crystal, we can use that master infusion crystal, remake the recipes, and then we can make whatever essence we want, as many times as we like, as long as we have the materials for it, the prosperity shards and the inferium essence. So in order to get the inferium essence, we kill blazes. And then in order to get the prosperity shards, the way I found that we can get this is by sieving soul sand. And so in our setup down here, where we turn witch water and sand into soul sand, I just made it so that instead of pumping into this instead of pulling the soul sand that comes out into this chest into the system, man, it's a little loud over here. The soul sand pumps into this flux sieve, which has a netherite mesh, and that is just sieving into this chest, which is generating all the materials plus prosperity shards. So that's where we get our prosperity shards from. It's pretty quick that way. We have a pretty good setup for getting soul sand, and so we're just generating prosperity shards as we want. See how I was doing the recipes. So now, if we want the master crystal, you just type here, master infusion crystal. Actually, just for sake of showing you guys, I'll show you, like, I have all the recipes in here and all the tiers, essence, and infusion crystals. So yeah, if I go over here and I go master and I craft, we just need one. Just calculates for a little bit because it's a lot of steps. And yeah, we have all the necessary materials to do this. So we can just hit start. And then look at this, and it just bing, bang, 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 bang. Crafting very fast because we have a very fast supercomputer, which is awesome. And we will get the master crystal very shortly. Where is this progress bar? I've never seen this before. Usually it auto adjusts the progress bar. That's funny. And just about done. Come on. Progress bar going off the screen. And boom, done. One master infusion crystal. So now I'm going to go ahead and remake all these recipes for making the, where is it? The essences with just the master infusion crystal. And then we'll be set to just auto do this all the time. I'm going to do that quickly, but yeah, I'll do that quickly and then I'll explain the next steps here. Okay, so I made the new recipes here. They're just all here and they all use one master infusion crystal instead of the other crystals. We can keep these recipes in here just for legacy's sake or whatever. But now the next step to do is we want to get the Nether Star essence and Nether Star essence. And the way we do that is we can use a phytogenic insulator or just on a crop. And what is this? Interesting. I'll maybe look into this machine. But we need the Nether Star seeds, and the way we craft these is we need to make these infusion altars, and we need 4 insanium essence and 4 Nether Stars, plus 1 prosperity seed base, which is pretty easy to make. And then we can get the Nether Star seeds and start growing the Nether Stars. So it's pretty simple to make all this stuff. Just a few easy things here for the pedestals, and then the insanium essence. So I'm gonna go ahead and queue up 4 insanium essence, and then I'll set up the pedestals and show you guys the setup for this. Okay, we have the 4 insanium essence, the prosperity seed base, and the 4 Nether Stars. On top of that, I made the pedestals here in the altar. So if I just check the layout for this real quick, we do insanium essence in the 4 corners, or the 4 cardinal directions. Then we do no, not those. The Nether Stars in these corners here, and then we put the seed base in the middle. And then I think all this needs is a redstone signal, maybe. Okay, I wasn't sure if it's to this or to the altar. There we go, to the altar. And bang. We now have the Nether Star seeds. Very nice, very nice. I know it's a little, I said I didn't like mystical agriculture, but it's the one thing we're going to use it for. Like I said, well, maybe there'll be some other higher end things that we also use it for, but I don't like using it for the lower end things. So now I'm going to find a good way to just automatically grow this stuff without like causing lag, like I said earlier. So I might check out the this machine here, the seed reprocessing. But I wonder if we get like a seed back from this or not, or we need to like generate positive amounts of seeds somehow, some other way. Or I'll just use this phytogenic insulator here, which might just be the easiest way to do it. So I'll figure out a way, and then I'll come back and show you guys. All right, guys, I have finished the setup here for creating the Nether Star seeds, or growing the Nether Star seeds into the Nether Star essence. Basically, I put our 1 Nether Star seed here, and then every time it crafts 1 Nether Star essence and 1 Nether Star seed, what we do is we pull from the output on this side here, with a pipes item pipe with an upgrade on it, so we can set it to round robin, and then it will pump the seeds into here, and then the nether star essence will go into this upper pipe here, which goes into this bamboo diamond chest, which is hooked up to a import bus on the ME system. We have water coming from this sink, which was feeding this coral phytogenic insulator over here, and we have bone meal coming from this chest, which has an export bus from the ME system, and the logistical transporters used here because it's a full inventory, so you don't want to be generating lag. I just had to disconnect all the pipes in between here so they wouldn't like cross communicate and stuff. Additionally, I also set up this pipe here to go over here because the coral setup here was getting bottlenecked by the production of this lutetium, and so we had a full inventory of coral here, which would generate lag through the pipes here. The reason I still use the pipes for this system is so that we can set it to do round robin. I'm not sure that's possible with these logistical transporters, except you have to make like some like routing block or something. To be honest, I haven't looked into it, but from what I've read, it's a pain, so I'm trying to just keep it simple here. We have 6 total phytogenic insulators, but every time we use the seed, it only makes 1 more seed, so enough to just keep making more. So what I want to do is, once we get enough nether star essence, we can take the nether star essence and turn it into nether star shards, and then turn the nether star shards into nether stars, and we can make more seeds. Excuse me. So my goal is to just get enough nether star essence to make 5 more seeds here, and then we'll have a good source of nether stars. So I'm going to go ahead and wait till that happens in the background and set that up, and then I'll catch back up with you guys, and we'll maybe start using some of these nether stars we're making. Alright, so in order to make the 5 more nether stars, we need, again, each time for the ritual, we need 5 more nether star seeds. Each ritual, we need 4 insanium essences, so we need 20 insanium essences total. And unfortunately, we do not have the inferium essence for that. We need 20,000, we only have 291. This is mainly because we don't have any mob farm. Excuse me. Don't know why I'm burping so much tonight. And so what I've done is expanded this blaze farm up a bunch of layers in order to make just like a passive mob farm. What I've done here is just set up these mob fans from mob grinding utils. If I could get there, come on. These mob fans that just need like a redstone power source. Actually, I gotta close that up. And we just have all these spawning platforms here, and then they spawn here, and then the mobs get pushed off because the fans are there and they have nowhere else to go. I messed this one up too. Come on, let me in there. There we go. Fix this. You shouldn't be able to spawn here. Oh. But yeah, so I made this so that we can get more an essence to produce this stuff we need for our farms. But I think, like, in general, we don't necessarily need 6 phytogenic insulators growing stuff so that we can get the nether stars. We're passively getting like a decent amount of nether star essence, so I think we can start just like using that for things that we want to craft. Let's see if we can get some mobs dropping here, just so you can see. The first few layers are kind of close if you just stand right here, so the mobs don't spawn. But they do start spawning at the upper layers if we're standing right here, and the mobs start falling. So the further away we go, the more mobs will be spawning. So if I am sitting over in the reactor room over here, then I'm sure there's like plenty of mobs that are spawning. You can kind of see them. Oh, whoa. Sprint boost, bump. Holy crap, this is insane. Alright, I did not know this was a thing. I was just pressing J there, and we can now sprint at 1,000,000 miles an hour, although this is pretty great. I don't think I'm going to play with this, because this is wild. I didn't know we could do that, though. Sprint 0, 0.05, 0.01. Even this is pretty fast. I think I'm going to go with 0.1. That's funny. But yeah, we should be getting plenty of mobs here. I meant to press M so you can see like the mob spawning. Looks like we're getting a spider stuck on the wall. Might have to address how we handle the spiders, but I'm sure we'll figure out a way in the future. For now, I want to start using these nether stars for something actually useful. Probably gonna make a few beacons and stuff just to flex, honestly. And then I want to make the gravitational module for the mech suit, so that we can just use creative flight. Although we are gonna need, oh yeah, I forgot about this. We're gonna need the atomic alloys, but we need the antimatter pellets. This is a whole thing, so that'll be a whole episode, probably the next episode. So maybe we won't do that this episode, but yeah, we'll use the nether stars for something once I set up the auto crafting recipes for them. All right, we've got our flex beacons up just on the base. I think it makes it look kind of cool. Why not? You know, we have it. We should flaunt it. The next thing I want to do is I want to get. So if you remember from the thermal series episode, don't mind the diamonds. There was one more component that we couldn't get, which is the draconic integral components, and we need dragon steel for that, which needs the dragon's breath. And so in order to get the dragon's breath, what I'm seeing is we can use this extractor from Zycraft Machines. It's not really a mod I'm familiar with, but we can use it on the dragon head. It looks like every 10 seconds we'll get dragon's breath from that. So we just need to craft this extractor, which seems fairly simple. All we need to do is... Ooh. Reinforced chest. Is that real? Oh no, it's any chest. Yeah, okay. We just need these kiwi brick things, which we just get from igneous extruders. So I'm just going to set up an igneous extruder like this real quick to get these. And then we'll make this extractor, and maybe we can set up a dragon's breath thing from the dragon's heads we have. Alright, I made a quick auto kiwi setup over here. It's just got water, lava, obsidian beside it, an import bus, and igneous extruder. It has a resonant integral component in it, so it's making it pretty quick, and it's making 4 each time. With that, I was able to make some auto recipes to make the extractors that we need to pull the dragon's breath. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button here. Extractor. Yeah, extractor here. It was really simple to make. It's pretty cheap, as I think I showed you guys already. And then over here in the dragon's head, you can see I connected a little cable. I'm not sure if I just like maybe ruins the look of the entrance. Maybe it just like plays on the fact that we automate stuff. You know, it's a factory. It's got stuff going on. But we've got these extractors set. You just have to like, I think, right click or shift right click them. And now they just pull dragon's breath into here every 10 seconds. And now we're getting some dragon's breath in our system here. We've got 40 so far, and just passively making it at no cost to us, so that's pretty good. Now I'm going to make the recipe to make the dragon steel, and then we should be able to make the best upgrade for the thermal series, just by making this recipe here. So let me do that real quick. So recipes are in now, and I'm going to just craft 3. I'm not sure exactly what machines we'll put them in there. We'll use them for, but you know, just want to make 3 because that's pretty cool. It's like the end game stuff for thermal series. So yeah, while that's crafting, pretty happy with that. That's pretty cool. I think the progress in this episode has been pretty good. I'm glad we were able to automate the Nether. Excuse me, I'm pretty tired. It's pretty late here. What the heck are they called? The Netherite, Nether stars, right? Man, I'm tripping right now. Happy we were able to automate the nether star production, and we are also able to automate the dragon's breath. So those are 2 late game items. I think something else that we need to do that I probably won't have time. I won't have time for this episode, but the dragon egg is also something that we can use we can turn into seeds. I don't think there's a way of getting more of it besides just the dragon egg essence. So we're gonna have to do like the same process here, but we need 4 dragon scales. We got some dragon scales. Oh, we have 8. Okay, so we can make more dragon egg. We can make dragon egg seeds as well. So that's pretty cool. I will actually, I don't know if we had the essence for it, I'd make it right now, but I don't think we have the essence to make the insanium stuff right now. We need 4 of them. Yeah, we're still a little short. We're not really getting that much inferium essence right now. But yeah, that'll be something that I'll do for next episode, along with a few other things. I think I want to start working towards like all the mod star and stuff like that, getting all the modium, vibranium, unobtainium. And the way we do that is we need to like pursue a bunch of the other mod packs as well. We've done mechanism. Well, we haven't finished mechanism, but I'm taking a little break from it. And we have the ME system. We've done thermal series, but there's also pneumaticraft and Ender IO. So I think I'll do one of those in the next episode, or probably Ender IO because I've done it before in the past, and then we'll save pneumaticraft for later because I have no idea what to do for it. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for the episode. It's kind of late for me, guys. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate all the support that I've been getting. I got a lot of views on one of my more recent episodes, and I've gotten a lot of subscriber growth. So I really, really appreciate it. I'm having a lot of fun doing this. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next episode.